Hi, hello, it's Kylie back again today with another tutorial for you and welcoming Bailey to the party. Say hello. Today I am going to break down 4 different elements that I would consider beginner level floor work elements. Now, does that mean that you will necessarily master them today if you're a beginner? No. But I do think of these movements as building blocks for building your floor work practice. Remember that these things take time and practice, so if you're getting frustrated with them today, take a pause and come back later in the week, and I promise you will get them. First thing we're going to go through today is a shoulder stand. So I like to start a shoulder stand in this position, which I call a pinwheel. So I've got my left leg forward and my right leg back. I'm going to start by placing my hands on the floor, sort of beside the knee, and you'll figure out where is comfortable for you. You want to then bend the elbows and fold the left arm underneath you. This is called a chicken wing shape. So it's folding that arm. I'm actually bearing weight on my shoulder and I'm pushing the back of my hand into the floor. So I'm not relaxed here with a dead hand. I'm actually pushing into the floor. I've also got about 30% of my weight in my right hand. My head finds the floor as well. So we are standing on the shoulder. So the right leg's gonna come from behind to add a little extra weight bearing. And then we start to lift the hips up. And so we've got most of our weight on our shoulder, some in our head and some in our hands. And then we bend the knees, the feet are feeling feedback from the floor, and we exit the exact same way we went down. Common mistakes that I see with this movement is your weight too far back. So I'll see students come up and then they'll roll backwards because there's not enough weight in that front hand. So you really have to make sure that you're keeping your weight forward, 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 bringing the feet in front of you. And for some folks, it takes a moment to get comfortable with having the head and the face on the floor. Stick with it, try it a few times. You can also start small, right? And just lift the hips sort of halfway up, keeping a knee on the floor. Take your time with it. And if you're ready to progress, the next step from there is taking one foot off the floor and then maybe another foot off the floor as well. Let's move on to the next thing. Let's learn a half backspin. Let's bring our feet this way. This is a tricky one. Let's really break it down. The first thing that happens here is we spiral the chest open. We start to reach, this is my right hand, I reach it back behind me. So I'm opening up the armpit and I'm eventually gonna reach all the way back. So my armpit's all the way open and my hand is gonna grip the floor, okay? So that's part 1. Part 2 is the left hand follows in the spiral and reaches up and starts to create a whipping motion. It's eventually gonna go like this. So try that a few times, just making a circle. Part 3, and this is in sequential order, so it's gonna go right arm, and then it's gonna go left foot. Left foot is following left hand. It is also doing a whipping motion, meaning circling around. So it starts by reaching to the corner, and then it continues around and reaches to the back. Going nice and slow, let's put those 3 things together. Right arm, left leg. The final thing that happens is that right foot acts as an anchor to stop you where you want to be stopped. And since we're just doing a 180 rotation, I aim to set my foot 180 degrees to the other way, and then the motion stops. Let's show that again. Remember that it's sequencing, take your time. Right hand, left foot. And a really important part that's kind of invisible is making sure that you're gripping the floor with that right hand. It has to sort of pull you away. And then, yeah, you're rotating on your back. So best to try this with clothing that covers the skin on your back and shoulders. Let's try it the other way just for fun. So now it's gonna be left arm opening up, right arm whipping, and then right leg whipping. We go, reach, whip, whip, and then the left leg anchors. Next move we're gonna do, I call this elephant. And it's basically just a transition to get us from seated to standing. So I'm sitting here, my legs are apart. Let's reach our left hand back. We're gonna take some weight into our hands. So in fact, to warm this up, let's bend the knees and let's just practice a single arm bridge. So just getting some of our weight into our left arm and practicing hip extension. So you're really gonna wanna get comfortable with thrusting the hips upwards. What happens next? We lean back, we elephant the arm up. So it creates this opening. The hips follow the hand. And then as that all happens, the feet slide in underneath you. So we say, woo. Now, ideally, we want to get as much weight into our feet as possible so that we can push onto our feet and move on to something standing. That's the point of this move, is to get from one level to the next. So let's try it again. Really thinking hips nice and high. We reach back. Yes. Don't be afraid to follow your hand with your eyes. Yeah. Final thing we're going to break down today, it's going to be part of our combo as well, is a cartwheel. You know it, you love it, but let's break it down. Maybe I can give you some extra tips to help you if it's something that you're working on. To start with, if you've never done a cartwheel before, definitely try just placing the hands on the floor, sending the hips up, and scooting the feet across. Step one is getting comfortable with weight in your hands. A cartwheel is not something that's going to get learned in a single day. It's a foundational skill, but it takes a while to learn. Eventually, we want to get our feet higher off the floor. We want to get completely upside down, inverted. So we're going to take a nice wide step. Okay, so that we're traveling through space. The foot goes down first. The hand goes down next. I want you to reach as far from your foot as possible. Okay, so as the hand goes down, the foot reaches up. So thinking about that oppositional energy is key. Then the left hand goes down, left foot comes down. That's basically what's happening. As you practice more and more, you get more comfortable with kicking your feet and reaching your feet up to the ceiling. And this is where it sort of becomes more contemporary dance, is this oppositional element. So not just thinking of kicking the legs, but reaching the legs and feeling them pull away from the hands. So let's try one. We lunge and we reach the feet away. Woohoo! Take your time with it, practice lots, and be patient. You will get it. Have it. 4 new moves for you to try. Let me know if you enjoyed putting them into the combo. If you have any other questions, pop them in the comments below. And yeah, happy dancing. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hey gang, it's Kylie. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I wanted to let you know about my new upcycled merch line called Curiosity Is My Sibling. It has been a long time in the making, so please go check it out online. I can ship to most places. And stay tuned for another drop coming in late February.